everyone. Thank you for having me. My name's Christopher Jackson, and I'm just here to tell you my story and my experience of having a stutter and what's gotten me to be here in front of you today talking about it and get me to the stage where I'm in the process of starting a charity, offering one-to-one personal development to people that stutter with my good friend ayo.stopholdingback over there. I've stuttered my whole life, ever since I was a kid. Can't remember exactly when it started, but I tried everything to get over it. So I've done NHS speech therapy, I've done private speech therapy in Harley Street, you name it, I've done it. Then at 13 years old, I went on a 3-day intensive speech therapy course. I was the youngest on the course, and it was as a result of seeing a famous singer that I'm sure you all know with the stutter, and I went on that course. Next slide. This is 13-year-old Christopher Jackson giving his farewell speech. They make him do a speech at the end of it on a soapbox in the town centre. So I was all pumped up, yes, brilliant, I've done this speech. Any ideas what happened to me on a Monday morning when I went back to school? Any ideas? No? Started stuttering straight away, literally straight away. I then tried reflexology, don't know if anyone's ever tried that, to calm me. I then done hypnotherapy. That did work, but literally for 4 hours, so that was really good. That was really good. So, next slide. I compensated for my stutter constantly. So the usual at school, avoided everywhere, every possible situation, sat at the back of the class, all that, you know. And then another thing, I wanted all the best of everything. My perception was, if I was wearing the best clothes and had a nice car, people would respect me before I opened my mouth. So that's how I thought. And then playing basketball was my expressive outlet. So in my school, basketball was the main sport. And if you were good at it, it tended to be popular, so I made sure I was good at it. So I earned people's respect like that. At 17 years old, I chased my dream to become a professional basketball player and moved to Greece, so that's me. Moving abroad at 17 years old may be uncharacteristic of a stutterer, but I did it everywhere anyway. It gave me a lot. It was a great experience. It taught me hard work, dedication, resilience, but more importantly, it allowed me to handle rejection and pick myself back up again, which was the main thing. However, everyone said you're really brave, you know, moving abroad, you're really brave, but little did they know, my training sessions became more of a, how am I going to hide my stutter from my teammates, rather than how am I going to impress on a court. So, but anyway, it was a great time, and for whatever reason I couldn't play basketball no more. But I came back, went to uni, which was another nightmare. Another nightmare. I used to show up early to lectures so I could just sit at the back, like right at the back, hide. Tutorials I never ever went. I didn't even bother because it was so intimate. I thought, forget this. No way am I going to be, you know, in a small little class and there's such a high chance that they're going to ask me to talk. No chance. So after university, I met my girlfriend Charlie, who's over there, don't embarrass her. Now, me and Charlie were together for 6 months before she knew I had a stutter. I managed to hide it that well. That's not impressive though. Well, it wasn't that great because as soon as she found out, I was done. Like, I was stuttering all over the place and literally went worse, got even worse and worse and worse and worse. And at the time, I couldn't really find a good job, and I was struggling for money, couldn't find good employment. Started a couple of businesses, which ended for whatever reason, but I realised I was good at business, but I knew I needed to be done, but I had to get someone else to execute it for me. At the same time though, I mean, I accepted this was going to be my life now. This is it. Stuttering's going to limit me. But at the same time, I was frustrated because all your friends are hitting, you know, the normal life milestones. You know, they're getting promotions at work, moving out, all this kind of stuff that I was so far away from doing. However, I saw a quote, you know, you see all these quotes. Never watch a sprinter when you're running a marathon. Now, you know, I was like, okay, yeah, just worry about your own life, stay in your own lane, CJ, don't worry about other people, you're on your own journey, so don't worry about that. But it frustrated me because I was not taking action and wasn't doing anything to try and better myself. So it all changed when I went into business with my sister Stephanie, who again is over there. I don't want to embarrass her. She's over there. Next slide. So this is a screenshot of our homepage of our website. It's called Stephanie Jackson Recruitment. Now, I'm 50% shareholder in this company, but any idea why it's called Stephanie Jackson Recruitment? That was another one of my avoidance tactics. So, business frustrated me. I wasn't as productive as I'd like to be. And Stephanie and Charlie saw a TV program in January called School for Stammers. I don't know if anyone's seen it. And yeah, from then they were driving me mad, you know. CJ, go and get help for your stutter, you can do it, these people can do it, you can do it. I met this with resistance, obviously, because I was like, I've tried everything. What makes you think this is going to work for me now? I've accepted it, this is my life, like, don't worry about it, I'm fine. But I was really sceptical, but the turning point for me was when I was at a football game. And my cousin and me were in the line going to get a burger and a Diet Coke. And he was like, Chris, I'm just going to the toilet, can you get me a burger and a Diet Coke? I was like, well, where are you going? No. And we're second from the front now, and I'm like, no, this guy's mad. I was like, I'm going to have to substitute, like, if he gets me to do this, he's coming back to a packet of fruit pastels and a Sprite or something. So literally, I got out of the line, chased after him, I said, Chris, my cousin's name's Chris as well. I was like, listen, like, I can't do this, man. He was like, oh yeah, forgot. Like, okay, cool. So we lost our spot in the line, had to go to the back of the line, and I'm standing there, and he's like, busted to go to the toilet. I'm like, alright, now I'm affecting his life. So I was like, okay, I've got to change, we've got to do something. So I contacted the course again, and they put me in touch with an instructor, Simon Bailey. Now Simon Bailey asked me to call him. I took about 3 days to call him because I was nervous, scared to talk on the phone, never spoke on the phone. And you can change the slide, by the way. And he said to me, we don't have to wait for a course. We can start working on your speech right now. We're going to have a video call tomorrow, a one-to-one video call. So I was like, all right, let's give it a go. So we had a one-to-one video call, and then after a couple of days, I was making progress, but I was thinking, like, the voice in the back of my head was just like saying, you've been here before though. You've had fake fluency before, you know. It can't just be a little phase and then you'll grow out of it again and start stuttering really badly. But I went with it anyway, and whatever he told me to do, I did. And he told me that I had to advertise the fact that I'm working on my speech and spread the awareness and push myself in my real life environment. What impressed me though was that he was spreading the sessions out, so I wasn't immersed, it wasn't so intense, and I kind of had time to process stuff. Another thing that impressed me, he asked to speak to Stephanie and Charlie, so he explained to them exactly what I had to be doing, so that when I'd slip back in the real world, they could prompt me like, no, you shouldn't be doing that, take your time, pause, all these kind of things. Then Simon introduced me to Ayo, over there, He's away. Ayo has been a mentor to me. So Ayo came to my office and he really focused on the psychological side of stuttering and those elements. And this is what we went through. So he made me realise what my long-term motivation was for doing something about my speech. It was no longer short-term. It was like, right, what's going to keep you motivated next year, the year after, and the year after that? What impressed me, he came to my office, he used the buzzer, the dreaded buzzer, you know, hello, that I would never ever use. That impressed me. He's slightly younger than me, like, he came really confident, spoke to Steph and Charlie, he was really, you know, I was inspired. He told me about his suicide attempts, and it inspired me how he completely changed his life around. But what he made me realise is now we're not running away from pain, we're chasing something positive. So that motivated me. He made me realise I had not fully accepted my stutter. And I was arguing with him. I was like, no, everyone knows I stutter, I ain't got a problem. What are you on about? He was like, no. Have a think. So what I realised was, I never had a problem with any individual knowing that I've got a stutter. What my problem was, I didn't want you to see me actively stuttering in the moment. And that for me was when it changed. I was like, okay. So, you know, that really helped me. He then introduced me to my working on my speech little crew. People like Ruben Pillai, Tom Wheeler, Ramasuman, you might have seen their names pop up on the British Stammering Association for Facebook page. These people really push me. They want me to succeed, they want me to really do well with my speech, and they taught me what it really meant to push your comfort zone to the point that you remove any limitation, and to the point that your whole belief system changes. Now, the point of this story was for me to tell you that intensive courses can work, and they do work for some people, but in my case, it was more effective for me to have it spread out and for me to process it. But what I did realise is, in order to see anything through, you have to have the right mentality from the off. And this is a mentality that I only gained this year. And my previous experiences were holding me in good stead to have this mentality. Stuttering and working on my speech has also gave me a lot of really great experiences. So this is some of the people that I've met. I don't know if any boxing fans are in the room, but we met Lawrence Okoli in Westfield Stratford working on our speech. He put us on his Instagram, it was quite cool. You know, little public speaking awards, coaching other people, offering advice and getting involved in a bit of YouTube, which is something I would never have done. So, working on my speech is a lifestyle. It's not just a 3-day course. But it's enhanced every area of my life. There are many ways to work on your speech and to deal with your stuttering pattern of behaviour. This was mine. Thank you very much for listening.